Back for round 3, currently 1-1. Hand's pretty sweet. So, one of my favorite turn 1 plays of all time. The games where you have Delver and the games where you don't have Delver are so much different. And here we go. Got shot. About to prove its worth. Island. No. So, normally, I would just play this mountain, just because if this deck plays a mountain, it is a sign that, like, this is the last land, and I kind of wanted to disguise that a little bit, even though it might not matter, but I also felt like it is possible if I draw, like, Delver and Serum Visions into Delver, that I could get screwed, maybe. I guess I would need another blue source also, so I don't know. Maybe it couldn't screw me, but I just felt like maybe having basic mountain in play is not the best. Oh, he's got a voice. It's pretty good. Don't want to reveal Misty Rainforest. Not really. Still think I'm in pretty good shape. If I put 2 on the bottom, and then my top card is a brick, I want to keep this to shuffle. So I'm going to hold that for now. And we get a treasure cruise. That's cool. Definitely want the Serum Visions. And I don't think there's anything he could play that's remandable. Nothing that could justify me giving him an elemental. So I definitely want to draw Serum Visions. And I'm going to cast it before this Treasure Cruise, basically because this, I spend a mana, but I make a mana with Delve. Still a mana short though. Really want to draw a 0 mana spell there. And both of these cards stink. I guess fetch land would have also been acceptable. So now I think we can play that mountain out there. And probably not this turn, but next turn we're going to start sending things. Guess now I would probably want to remand a Birthing Pod. Or Murderous Redcap. Ew. Well, I want my Delver, and I'd rather try and draw another counterspell and give you a bunch of elementals, seeing as how I have them kind of unlocked with my own elementals, so. Draw Delver, it's not the worst. And I don't think there's anything I want to keep here for Snapcaster, so I don't mind delving all of this, just to be able to play the stuff that I draw. Okay. I'm definitely playing Island. I think I'm going to play Vapor Snag. And I think I'm just going to attack with everyone. Puts him to 6. Okay. Doesn't want to trade with Pyromancer, which is understandable. And play out this other Delver. He can red cap 1, and then he should be facing lethal, unless he has something better than red cap. So gut shot was definitely pretty key there. Like, he just never really got to get off the ground. Still has 5 cards in his hand. Presumably a lot of them are spells. So he's courting. Oh no, he's going to get Pontiff. That's why you want to keep his voice. That's not good for me. So now I can put him to 2 with this Delver. I think I'm just going to pay 2 life here because it's possible I draw a Cruise. And I need a bunch of mana still. Pod red cap Hierarch. And that'll do it. Drew the pillar. Seaman upstairs. Upstairs. Magnum Spray can't do that. Boom. Barely got him. That Pontiff was good though. Wow. Alright, so Spray's definitely getting in here. Staticaster seems reasonable. As does Hibernation. And maybe Batterskull because these games tend to go kind of long. I could potentially Blood Moon him. Maybe I'll save that for when I'm on the play. Because like I think he wants to preserve his life total anyway, so he's probably just gonna fetch basics out of habit. So what needs to go? That's the question. Basically like all of my cards. Except for Spell Pierce, I suppose. Pierce would have been good for countering that chord, but aside from like the 2 or 3 chords that they play, it's very rarely going to be able to snipe a Birthing Pod, I think. Staticaster should be good here. Could certainly be wrong about that, though. I think Spell Snare is still reasonable for like Voice and Wall of Roots, although they don't have a ton of targets for it, which is kind of problematic. But I think the cards that Spell Snare counters are very high impact. So do I want this Batterskull and this Staticaster? Do I want to shave on some counter spells, especially since I'm on the draw and he has voices? Maybe 1, maybe cut a Remand. Maybe Leak is worse than Remand. Yeah, Leak is probably worse than Remand. So then get Staticaster and Batterskull in. Not sold on this Staticaster. Yeah, we'll see though. We shall see. This chat log out of here. This hand is reasonable. Could use 1 less land, 1 more spell. He's mulliganing, and I have a Delver. I mean, I don't know what more I want. Gut shot, gut shot, gut shot. Another Delver. I think I'm going to save this Misty for my 2 Delvers. Plus, I don't know if I'm going to need another red source or not. So he's not doing anything, which is great. Pillar of Flame. Yes, I would love to reveal that, actually. And I think we just get in. Probably going to Pillar that bird, because I feel like if he had Finks, he would have played it. If he had a voice, he would have played it. So chances are he has, like, some pods, maybe like Linvala, just some expensive stuff. And maybe we can just tempo him out. Maybe he's got red cap. Maybe we're cutting him off of double black, who knows? Yeah. Chances were, if he couldn't do anything with 3 mana last turn, he's not going to do anything with 3 mana this turn. So now we just get him for 4. He does play red cap, probably snag my own Delver. No, just playing birds. Might just have like some chord action. Oh yeah, I want to save that for my Delver. Derp, derp, derp. Just reflexes. Yeah, that's fine though. Get Pyromancer out of the deal. Gonna try and not walk into Chord for Pontiff though. So maybe I'm not casting it, maybe I am. If he does Pontiff me, maybe I can just snag his birds. That might be good. Let's just do that. And then he can't Pontiff me next turn. And then no matter what, we can cruise next turn. So things aren't going too poorly. Could be better. Could have a more solid lock on the game, but I don't think I'm in a too bad of a spot. Just depends what he has. Could have, I don't know. I think if he had Shriek Maw, he probably would have evoked it. But yeah, he just has Shriek Maw. Okay. Gitaxian Probe, yes please. Pay 2 life. Just trying to find a burn spell here. Chord, Birds, Revelark. So playing around Chord was pretty good. Now we get the old 2-mana cruise, although maybe I want to keep that pillar. Well, if I cruise for 3, I can't even like Snapcaster do whatever this turn anyway. So I might as well just go the full amount, because I think Snapcaster is probably enough to beat him anyway. So yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just go the full amount, make another token. Cruise it up. So we did draw the Snapcaster, also Young Pyromancer. Although, yeah, the Snapcaster should still be enough. Trade now, because it's probably just going to die to a Chord anyway. Maybe I wanted to have like a 1 of Cage in this deck, in the sideboard. Would have been a nice graveyard hate card that doesn't stop me from delving, stops me from Snapcasting, which I'm not too upset about, but that was pretty cool. I just kind of beat the crap out of this pod guy, so that's nice. It's... I guess a lot of the decks I've played have had pretty good matchups against pods, stuff like Scapeshift, but that was just like a genuinely like sound beating, and it was great. And for, I don't know, maybe people looking to beat Birthing Pod, maybe you should try this deck. It seems pretty good. Cruise is pretty good too, so I like seeing that. It wasn't, it's not like super turned on, you know, like that game I had to work for a little bit. The second one, it was going to be good, but we definitely have to work for this too. But yeah, so far so good. I think 2-1 now.